Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, and in today's video I'm going to be making a game completely from scratch. And I've already made the game and published it. It's not public currently, but as in the title of this video, I hope, will be a tsunami survival type of game. So honestly, this is going to be a lot of fun. I don't know if I'm going to have this as a full-on series, but this is part 1 of the series. So in today's episode, I plan on making a lobby, plan on making a couple little simple maps, and having to start to my little round system script and maybe a little bit of data. And we're not going to be able to save data today. I don't think we'll have time for that. But I'm going to start off by making a not a status bar, but a little lobby. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make a 30 by 1 by 30 little platform. You know what? Let's make that 100. Okay, yeah, I think that's good enough. And I'm just going to call this grass, because I'm going to make sure that anchor is set to true so that it's not affected by gravity. Going to make it the color like a grime. A sea green. I like grime. Where's grime? Right there. Then I like it to be grass. If I can find grass. And that's going to be my little lobby area. I'm going to go ahead and delete the base plate for now. Not for now, always. And then I'm going to make a folder inside workspace, and I'm going to call this lobby, and I'm just going to put the grass in here. Oops, in there. And I'm going to make a folder called barriers, and I'm going to insert a spawn location, and I'm just going to drag that towards the middle, and I'm just going to make it invisible with 1 of transparency, and can collide set to true, being false, so that players can just walk through it. They'll never know it's there. And barriers, I'm just going to insert a part, and I'm just going to name it barrier. Going to set this anchor to true, and I'm just going to put it on the edge, and this is so that players can't just walk off the lobby whenever they want. And I'm going to make it quite tall, and then I'm just going to duplicate it, put it over there, and then just duplicate it and like that. And now that I have that, I'm going to set the transparency to 1. Anchor to true, yes. And there we go. I have a quick little lobby. And actually, I'm going to make a couple of maps now. I'll plan on making 2, so that we can pick from 2 random maps. So in the server storage, I'm going to start off by making a maps folder. And I'm just going to duplicate the lobby. And then I'm just going to change this to sand. And I'm going to make it sand texture. I'm going to make it a little desert is what I'm kind of going for. Okay, I'm going to go for a little darker. I like that. And there we go. I'm actually going to name this to desert. And I'm going to put it inside the maps folder. And actually, no, I'm not done yet. I'm going to, inside here, make another folder called spawns, and I'm just going to put some parts in here and name them spawn. And these are going to be the possible spawns that a player can spawn at. Going to start by here, and I'm going to put them up a stud, and going to set anchor to true, can collide to false, and size to square. Oops, boom, there we go. And I'm just going to drag them around, and this is just going to be my little spawn area. and I'm just going to make them transparent to 1. And there we go, and I got my first map. And honestly, I'm just going to duplicate that map. I'm going to call it Snowy Hills. Just going to be, no, it's not going to be hills, but it's just going to be snow, like a snowy map. Snow, and I'm going to have it sand, and going to make it like white. And there we go. I'm just going to go to the maps, put desert inside the maps folder, and then put snowy hills inside the maps folder as well. And I actually do want to get rid of the spawn location inside of here. That is a big no-no. And now that I have my lobby, I have 2 maps. I'm going to go ahead and real quick make a status bar by going to the replicated storage, making a folder and calling it values, and putting a int value in. Int value in there. No, it has to be a string value. Sorry about that, string value. And I'm just going to call this intermission status. And inside starter GUI, I'm going to make a string GUI and call this status. And I'm going to insert a text label, and I'm going to have a little time lapse of me kind of just customizing this. So let's go. Okay, everybody, I'm back. I have made a little quick intermission type text label, and I'm gonna have a little tutorial included in this video on how to make a status bar. And so what we're gonna do is we're going to get the replicated storage, and it's gonna be game :get service, and it's gonna be the replicated storage. And then we're going to get the values folder. Values folder equals replicated storage : wait for child, and it's going to be values folder, and boom, and then local intermission status equals values folder : wait for child. And it's going to be intermission status, and then we're going to say script.parent equals intermission status.value. So what this is going to do is it's going to set, I gotta say script.parent.text. So what this is going to do is it's going to set the text of intermission 40 to the value of intermission status. But we have one major problem here, is when the value of intermission status changes, the text of this won't change, because the script that controls the text of intermission is not detecting a change output from the intermission status string value. So we're going to create a function that detects when intermission status does change by saying intermission status dot change. So we're detecting when the value of intermission status changes, and we're going to say connect, and then we're just going to say function and drop a line. Now we're going to say script.parent.text equals intermission status dot value. And now if I real quickly just come test this out, it will load up in any minute now. Any second. Sorry about this, guys. My computer's a bit slow today, but I don't think it's working. I do not think it's working, but let's, it says infinite yield possible on, okay, that doesn't seem right. Okay, I fixed the problem. I think it fixed it. It was not anything to do with like timing. I said values folder in here, and clearly in here it's not values folder, it's values. So let's go ahead and try that now. I really do apologize for that. It's just a little quick typo that I accidentally made. But anyways, it should be resolved now. So yep, it is full on working, is what it should be doing. And if I say, for example, subscribe, and please do a solid for me by subscribing and pressing that notifications bell. But anyways, you see it says subscribe up here now, and I can say hello world, and boom, now it says up there. But as we want a round system, we want it to do it automatically. We don't want to manually do it. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a round system script inside of the server script service. So click the plus on server script service and click script. And pretty much from there, I'm going to call it round system. And a couple of things I'm going to do is I'm going to get the replicated storage, just trying to copy it. And I'm actually going to make a comment real quick saying variables. I don't know why I'm very organized like that, but it's just how I ended up to be. Okay, everybody, here is a little preview of our script so far. So it says intermission, and it will choose a random map, and then it will say the map was chosen, and then it's just going to load the map. And that's actually quite short for how long that this actually is, but it will start to come together. So I suppose it's time for my outro for this video. I'm going to real quick explain what this exactly is doing. So what we're doing is we're having a while true loop, which is going to loop infinite times. And then with this for I equals intermission length is, so it's counting down 5 seconds, which is intermission length. It's going to count down to 0, and it's going to subtract it by 1. and it's going to subtract it by 1 every second. And pretty much what we're doing here is we're just setting the status value to intermission status to I, which I equals 5, 4, 3, and etc. when it's counting down. And then what I'm going to ignore these printing things for now. But the player tables, this is going to be used to manage the players, so that we'll teleport the lobby players into the map and remove the in-game players from the map. And pretty much this for loop here is looping through all the players in the game, as you can see, game.players from getPlayers. And if the player does exist, then it's going to insert them into the lobby players table, because they're obviously going to be in the lobby if they're running through this function. And if the player is not there, then if they're nil, then we're just going to return it as nil. And then what we're doing is we're just going to choose a random map. So I started off by getting all my maps. So I did a for loop to loop through all my maps inside the server storage right here. And so what I did there was, if maps did exist, this is like the same thing as up here, then I would insert them into the maps table. But if they did not exist, then I'd return them as nil. And then I would not loop through, but I would choose a random map from the chosen maps folder by saying chosen map equals maps math.random. So this is going to loop through all of the total maps inside the game. And pretty much we're going to load the map in by saying chosen map.parent equals workspace. So that is pretty much the end of this video. I ended up not having time for to make some data with the script inside this server script service. That will be in the next episode. And so I know that I am aware of one error inside this round system script, but that is not for today's video. So I suppose I shall say bye. This was really fun for me. I plan on making this a series. So just peace out. Bye.